Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to the maths class. Dear students, in the last class we have started matrices chapter. In that we have discussed the definition of matrix and order of matrix, and also discussed different types of matrices like null matrix or zero matrix, row matrix, column matrix, square matrix. Still we have some more matrix. Now we'll discuss those. Now once again let's see the definition of square matrix. Based on this we have to define remaining matrices, right? So once see the square matrix definition. Square matrix. So here a matrix is said to be a square matrix if it has same number of rows and columns. Suppose a matrix A is equals to 3, 4, 5 and 7. So here this matrix has 2 rows, this one, this is 2 columns, 1 and 2. So here the order of this matrix is 2 by 2, order of this matrix is 2 only. So here number of rows equals 2 and number of columns also 2. So here m is equals to n. So what is the definition of square matrix? A matrix is said to be a square matrix if it has same number of rows and columns, right? So m is equals to n here. Suppose a matrix is like this. A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is also a matrix because the number of rows in this matrix is 3 and the number of columns in this matrix is 3. So that's why it is a 3 by 3 matrix. So here also m is equals to n. M means number of rows, n means number of columns. So number of rows is equals to number of columns. So that's why it is a square matrix. Suppose in general the matrix we can represent like this. Suppose the matrix is A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33 like this. So here these elements A11, A22 and A33 are called diagonal elements. Diagonal elements. So this is the principal diagonal, right? So the definition of principal diagonal, once see principal diagonal. These points are important to define the remaining matrices. Okay, so see the principal diagonal, the line along which the diagonal elements, is called the principal diagonal, right? So here A1, A11, A22, A33 are diagonal elements here. So A11, A22, so A33. Suppose it has n elements, so then up to so on n are called the diagonal elements of that particular matrix. Okay, now let's see another type of matrix here, that is diagonal matrix. Okay, a square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix if all the non-diagonal elements are 0. That means Aij is equals to 0 for I is not equals to j. You want to see the definition again. A square matrix A is equals to Aij n by n is called a diagonal matrix if all the non-diagonal elements are 0. If Aij is equals to 0 for I is equals to j, right? Suppose a diagonal matrix of order n, having the diagonal elements like d1, d2, d3 up to so on is denoted by diagonal of d1, d2, d3 up to so on dn. So see here, suppose a diagonal matrix of order n having the diagonal elements d1, d2, d3, dn, then we can denote these elements like diagonal of d1, d2, d3 up to so on dn here, dn. Let's see the example. You can understand the definition of diagonal matrix easily. Suppose I consider B is equals to 2 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 3 here. So what is the definition? A square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix. It means to define a square matrix, the matrix must be a to define a diagonal matrix, the matrix must be a square matrix. So I consider this is one matrix. Now check this is the square matrix or not. So how many rows are there? 3 rows. How many columns are there? 3 columns. So that is, so this is a 3 by 3 matrix. It is a square matrix because the number of rows and number of columns are equal, right? That's why it is a square matrix. Now check the diagonal matrix or not. All the non-diagonal elements are 0. So these are called diagonal elements here. 2, 1, 3, these are diagonal elements. Remaining these are non-diagonal elements. So the definition of the diagonal matrix is said to be a diagonal a square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix if all the non-diagonal elements are 0. Then it is a diagonal matrix. So this is a diagonal matrix. Generally we can denote the diagonal elements like this: dig of 1 2 or 2 1 2 1 3 can denote like this. Clear? Next, another type of matrix, scalar matrix. Scalar matrix. So here a square matrix A is equals to Aij is n by n is called scalar matrix if all the non-diagonal elements are 0 and diagonal elements are equal. Okay, once see again, a square matrix A is equals to Aij n by n is called scalar matrix if all the non-diagonal elements are 0 and the diagonal elements are equal. That means if Aij is equals to 0 if I is equals to j, sorry, I is not equals to j, it is k if I is equals to j. Here k is a constant. K is constant. So let's see the example. You can understand in a better way. See once here. So here, see the example. Suppose, for example, some A is equals to 1 or 7 0 0 7. 7007 is a scalar matrix of order 2. Is scalar matrix of order 2 because see here how many rows are there? 2 rows. How many columns are there? 2 rows, 2 columns. So that's why it is a 2 by 2 matrix. And it is a scalar matrix because the definition one see all the non-diagonal elements are 0. So these are the diagonal elements and here these are the non-diagonal elements and the diagonal elements are equal. Here these are the diagonal elements. Here it is 7, here it is 7. So that's why all the non-diagonal elements are 0 and the diagonal elements are equal. So then it is called as a scalar matrix. Scalar matrix. Next one more we have identity matrix 1c. Identity matrix. Another type of matrix. Next we will look into another concept. Identity matrix. A square matrix A is equals to Aij n by n is called identity matrix. Identity matrix or unit matrix. Identity matrix also called as unit matrix if all the non-diagonal elements are 0 and the diagonal elements are unity. All diagonal elements are 0 and non-diagonal elements are equal to 1 or unity. Okay, once repeat the definition, listen. A square matrix A is equals to A Ij n by n is identity matrix or a unit matrix if all the non-diagonal elements are 0, non-diagonal elements are 0 and the diagonal elements are 1 is called as a identity matrix or unity matrix. So for this represented say Ij 0 is if I is not equals to j and 1 if I is equals to j. Okay, let's see one example you can understand. Suppose 1 0 and 0 1. Okay, this is one matrix. Suppose A is equals to 1 0 and 0 1. So here this is a square matrix because 2 by 2 matrix it is, right? Then another condition, non-diagonal elements are 0. So here these 0 and 0 are non-diagonal elements, right? These are the diagonal elements. So here diagonal elements are equal to 1. So this is a represents the diagonal. These are diagonal elements. So diagonal elements are equal to 1, right? So that's why it is a identity matrix or unit matrix. You can take another type of a matrix also 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. This is also a identity matrix of order 3 So this order of this matrix is 3 by 3 because 3 rows and 3 columns. This is also a identity matrix. Okay, and now let's see another concept, equality of matrices. Equality of matrices. Equality of matrices. Okay, so let's see this. If two matrices A is equals to Aij and B is equals to Bij are said to be equal matrix if A and B have same order. It means it should A and B having the same number of columns and same number of rows. And another condition is the corresponding elements of A and B are equal. That means Aij is equals to Bij for all I and j. So once again, if two matrices are said to be equal, if A is equals to Aij and B is equals to Bij, so here A and B have the same order and the corresponding elements of A and B are equal. That means Aij is equals to Bij for all I and j. Let's take one example you can understand in a easy way. Suppose A 3 4 and B is there. So this is equals to 7 3 4 and 5. I gave like this. So here this condition you should be applied. A and B having the same order, so it is this order is 2 by 2 and this matrix order also 2 by 2 and the corresponding elements of A and B are equal. So that means corresponding element of these two is A is equals to 7, so B is equals 3 is equals to 3 and 4 is equals to 4 and B is equals to 5, right? So here 3 is equals to 3, this element is equal to this, and 4 is equals to 4 and B is equals to 5, right? 4 is equals to 4. In this way you have to equate the values of matrices. So we can look into the more examples, then you can understand in a better way. So once see here, find the values of, the first one is find the values of x, y and z such that 4 3 x 5 is equal to y z 1 5. So first answer 1C, the given matrix is 4 3 x and 5 is equals to y z 1 and 5 here. So the condition is it is both having same size. So here 2 by 3 matrix it is also 2 by 2, it is a 2 by 2 matrix, it is also 2 by 2 matrix. First condition is satisfied and the corresponding elements are equal. So 4 is equals to y and 3 is equals to z, right? X is equals to 1 and 5 is equals to 5. In this way you have to equate the matrices. Okay, next one, see the solution of second one. So here the second problem is find the value of x if the matrix 3x plus y minus y 2y minus x and 3 is equals to 1 2 minus 5 and 3, right? These already they given that these two are equal matrix. Equality symbol is given between those two matrix. So that's why this is a given matrices. First consider 3x plus y minus y 2y minus x 3 is equals to 1 2 minus 5 and 3 here. So now equate the corresponding elements. So here let's check, it is 2 by 2 matrix, it is also a 2 by 2 matrix, A and B, these two matrices orders are same. So equate the corresponding elements. 3x plus y is equals to 1 and minus y is equals to 2, right? And 2y minus x is equals to minus 5 and 3 is equals to 3. Now we have to find out the value of x only. We have to find out the value of x. So now let's see how we can find out. So if you consider this one and this one, we will get the values. Or if you consider this one and this one, we will get y value and just substitute the y value in the expression. Now just I consider 3x plus y is equals to 1 and minus y is equals to 2. Just we can substitute this value in this expression or just add these two. These two are cancelled, then 3x is equals to 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. 3 is cancelled, then x is equals to how much? Only 1. So x value is what? 1 only. X is equals to 1. The question is asking that x is equals to how much? Find the value of x. So x is equals to 1. Right? Now let's see another problem. If a is equals to 0 3 and 2 minus 5 and ka is equals to 0 4a minus 8 5b, find the values of k and a. So here this time we need to find out the two values k and a. Here k is a constant, so let's see how we can find out. So here based on this you have to find out. Given matrix is 0 3 2 minus 5 and ka is equals to 0 4a minus 8 and 5b. So based on this we have to calculate the value of k and a. So third one is a is equals to 0 3 2 minus 5 and ka is equals to 0 4a minus 8 and 5b, right? So based on this we can find out. So one see here, so k into a. So first we consider that k into a. K into 0, a value is 0 3 2 minus 5. So k into 0 is 0. So 0. K into 3 is 3k and k into 2 is 2k and k into minus 5 is minus 5k. Right? This is equals to, this is k into a. So ka value already given, right? So that's why this equals to 0 4a minus 8 and 5b, right? Minus 8 and 5b. Now these two are equal matrices, right? So just you have to equate the corresponding elements of these two matrix, right? So 0 is equals to 0 already we know, and 3k is equals to 4, right? 3k is equals to 4a and 2k is equals to minus 8. 2k is equals to minus 8 and minus 5k is equals to 5b. Minus 5k is equals to 5b. So here one see the question is just they want to find out k value and a value. K and a value. So here based on this we can find out the k value. 2k is equal to 8. 2 1 times 2 4 times, then k is equals to 4 here. When k is equals to 4, if you substitute this value in this expression, you will get 4 a value. So one see. So we know that 3k is equals to 4a. 3 into a value is given already. K value we got, that is 4. is equals to 4a. So here 12 is equals to 4a. 4 1 time 4 3 times 3 is equals to a. So the final values are required values, therefore k is equals to how much? 4 and a is equals to 3. Okay, in this way you have to find out the required values of the given matrices, right? Just once go through these fundamentals of matrices. If you understand the definitions of these fundamentals, you can easily solve these kind of questions. And also you have to learn the concept clearly, equality of matrices. Just check the conditions, what are the required conditions to calculate equality of matrices. And already I gave different examples how to equate those two matrices, how to find out the required values for the given matrices. So you have to check what we have discussed in these videos, right? If you have any doubts, you can contact me. I will clarify the doubts. Okay, we will meet in the next session. Thank you.